Have you ever considered that the very products we use to keep our homes sparkling clean might actually be doing more harm than good, especially as we navigate our seasoned years? It's a surprising thought, isn't it? For decades, we've trusted certain bottles and sprays to make our surroundings feel fresh and hygienic. We've grown up with them, seen them in every advertisement, and watched our parents and grandparents use them without a second thought. But here's the painful reality as we gracefully age. Our bodies can become far more sensitive to the chemicals in these everyday products. What was once harmless, or at least mildly irritating, can now pose a much greater risk to our lungs, our skin, and even our balance, potentially leading to dizziness or falls. The secret is that the cumulative exposure over a lifetime, combined with the natural changes in our physiology, means some of these common cleaning agents become genuinely risky once you're over 70. In this video, we're going to uncover 3 specific cleaning products that are likely sitting in your cupboard right now. Products you should definitely consider avoiding if you're over 70, and we'll talk about why. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you. Let's start with the first one. A product found in almost every kitchen, often tucked away under the sink, waiting for that dreaded task, cleaning the oven. We're talking about those incredibly powerful, often very cheap, oven cleaners. Now, I know what you're thinking, but how else am I going to get rid of that baked-on grime? And you're right, they are incredibly effective at dissolving grease and carbon deposits. However, their effectiveness comes from incredibly harsh chemicals, often strong alkalis like lye or sodium hydroxide, and various solvents. For someone over 70, these chemicals are far more dangerous than they appear on the label. Think about the fumes alone. When you spray an oven cleaner, especially in a poorly ventilated kitchen, those caustic fumes immediately become an airborne irritant. If you have any pre-existing respiratory conditions, perhaps a touch of asthma, chronic bronchitis, or even just sensitive lungs, those fumes can trigger severe coughing, shortness of breath, and chest tightness. It's not just uncomfortable, it can be genuinely distressing and even lead to an emergency room visit for some. Imagine bending down, reaching into a hot oven, and inhaling a concentrated dose of those chemicals. The dizziness that can follow, even a slight lightheadedness, could easily lead to a loss of balance and a serious fall, especially on a slippery kitchen floor. Our balance naturally becomes a bit more precarious as we age, and adding a chemical-induced dizziness to the mix is a recipe for disaster. Then there's the risk of skin contact. Our skin becomes thinner and more fragile as we get older. A splash of oven cleaner that might have just caused a mild irritation in your younger years could now lead to a severe chemical burn, leaving blisters and requiring medical attention. And imagine if it splashes into your eyes, the damage could be permanent. The awkward bending and stretching required to clean an oven can also put strain on joints and muscles, which is compounded by the need to work quickly before the fumes become overwhelming. So, what's the alternative? Well, there are much safer and surprisingly effective ways to tackle oven grime. One of my favorites is a simple paste made from baking soda and a little water. You can spread it generously over the soiled areas, leave it overnight, and then scrape away the softened gunk the next morning. A little vinegar sprayed on top of the baking soda will create a fizzing action that helps lift stubborn bits. For tough spots, a bit of salt mixed with lemon juice can act as a gentle abrasive. These natural alternatives might require a little more elbow grease and patience, but they won't fill your home with noxious fumes or put you at risk of chemical burns or dizzy spells. They protect your respiratory system, your skin, and your peace of mind. Investing in a good quality oven liner can also save you a lot of future scrubbing. Even if you choose a less toxic commercial oven cleaner, always ensure ample ventilation. Wear gloves and eye protection, and consider asking for help from a younger family member or a professional cleaning service. It's about prioritizing your safety and well-being over a perfectly spotless oven done quickly. Now that we've discussed what to avoid when tackling those tough oven messes, Let's move on to another culprit that might be hiding right under your sink. Often praised for its powerful disinfecting properties, but equally dangerous in the wrong hands. Next up on our list is something many of us grew up believing was the ultimate solution for sparkling: germ-free surfaces, household bleach. This isn't just about the scent of clean, it's about a chemical compound: sodium hypochlorite. That is incredibly reactive and potent. For people over 70, the risks associated with using bleach are significantly amplified, making it a product to approach with extreme caution, or better yet, to avoid entirely. First and foremost, let's talk about those fumes again. Bleach releases chlorine gas, a powerful respiratory irritant if you're in an enclosed space, even a small bathroom, and using bleach without proper ventilation. Those fumes can quickly cause coughing, wheezing, and irritation of the eyes, nose, and throat. For anyone with existing conditions like asthma, COPD, or even just age-related reduced lung capacity, inhaling these fumes can trigger a severe attack or cause significant respiratory distress. It's not uncommon for older adults to experience dizziness, nausea, and disorientation from prolonged exposure, which, as we discussed, drastically increases the risk of falls. Imagine feeling lightheaded while scrubbing a shower or cleaning a toilet. That moment of unsteadiness can be all it takes for a serious accident. Beyond inhalation, there's the danger of skin contact. Bleach is corrosive. It strips natural oils from your skin, leading to dryness, redness, and irritation. For thinner, more fragile aging skin, it can cause chemical burns, blistering, and increased susceptibility to dermatitis. If you get even a small splash in your eye, it can cause severe pain, redness, and potentially permanent damage if not immediately flushed out. And here's another critical, often overlooked danger: mixing bleach with other common household cleaners. This is incredibly common and incredibly dangerous. Mixing bleach with products containing ammonia, like some window cleaners or all-purpose cleaners, creates highly toxic chloramine gas, which can cause severe lung damage, even death. Mixing it with acids like vinegar or toilet bowl cleaners creates chlorine gas, which is equally dangerous. The risk of accidental mixing increases with age, especially if memory isn't as sharp or if products are stored haphazardly. The labels warn against it, but in the rush to clean, or if labels are hard to read, these warnings can be missed. What are the safer alternatives for disinfection? Hydrogen peroxide, usually found in a brown bottle for minor cuts, is a fantastic alternative. It breaks down into water and oxygen, making it much safer. You can spray it on surfaces and let it sit for a few minutes before wiping clean. For general cleaning and deodorizing, plain white vinegar is incredibly effective. Mixed with water, it can clean windows, floors, and countertops without harsh chemicals. For tougher cleaning and sanitizing without the strong chemicals, a combination of hot water and Castile soap works wonders, especially when paired with good quality microfiber cloths that can trap germs and dirt effectively. Regular cleaning with these safer options will keep your home fresh and healthy without putting your body at risk. So, remember, when you reach for that cleaning product, always consider what's inside the bottle and how it might react with your body. Especially as we get a little older, your well-being is simply not worth the risk. Next, we'll dive into a third common cleaner that poses a silent, yet significant, threat, often only considered when disaster strikes. Our third cleaning product to approach with extreme caution, and ideally avoid entirely if you're over 70, is drain cleaner. These are typically marketed as quick fixes for clogged pipes, promising to dissolve blockages with minimal effort, but the sheer power required to break down hair, grease, and other stubborn debris comes from incredibly corrosive chemicals, often concentrated sulfuric acid or lye, the same chemical found in some of those super harsh oven cleaners. The dangers of drain cleaners are immediate and severe, making them particularly perilous for older adults. Firstly, the fumes. When you pour drain cleaner down a pipe, it often reacts vigorously with the clog, creating intense heat and releasing extremely potent and noxious fumes. These fumes can be highly irritating to the respiratory system, causing coughing, choking, and a burning sensation in the throat and lungs. For someone with delicate lungs or an existing respiratory condition, inhaling these fumes can lead to significant breathing difficulties, lightheadedness, and even disorientation. This lightheadedness, particularly in a small, often damp bathroom, dramatically increases the risk of a fall. Imagine leaning over a sink, inhaling those fumes, and feeling dizzy. It's a direct path to a dangerous slip. Secondly, the corrosive nature of these chemicals presents a direct contact hazard. If the drain cleaner splashes back from the pipe, or if you accidentally spill it, it can cause severe chemical burns on your skin. As we've discussed, aging skin is thinner and more fragile, meaning these burns can be far more serious and take longer to heal. A splash in the eye can cause irreversible damage, including blindness. And what if the bottle is knocked over or leaks? The corrosive liquid can damage floors, cabinets, and anything it touches, and poses an immediate threat if accidentally ingested, which can happen if bottles are not clearly marked or stored safely, especially in homes where there might be some cognitive decline. Thirdly, and perhaps most insidiously, is the danger of mixing. If you try one type of drain cleaner and it doesn't work, you might be tempted to try another, or even use a plunger after pouring in a chemical. This can create extremely dangerous chemical reactions, producing toxic gases or even causing the caustic liquid to erupt from the drain, leading to severe injury. The complex nature of these chemical interactions makes them a hidden trap for anyone, but especially for those who might not react as quickly or clearly in an emergency. So, what are the safer, more effective ways to deal with a sluggish or clogged drain? The very first thing to try is a simple plunger. Often, a few good plunges are all it takes to dislodge a common blockage. If that doesn't work, try pouring a kettle of boiling water down the drain, followed by half a cup of baking soda, then half a cup of white vinegar. The fizzing action can help break down grease and minor clogs. Let it sit for 30 minutes, then flush with more hot water for more stubborn clogs. A manual drain snake, a simple tool that can be purchased at any hardware store, can be incredibly effective at pulling out hair and other debris. These methods are chemical-free, safe for your pipes, and most importantly, safe for you. If these gentle methods don't work, it's a clear signal to call a professional plumber. They have the tools and expertise to clear blockages without putting your health at risk. It's far safer and often more effective in the long run to rely on professional help than to gamble with highly corrosive and dangerous chemicals. So, we've walked through 3 common cleaning products: oven cleaner, bleach, and drain cleaner, that, while seemingly helpful, can pose significant and often hidden risks, especially for those of us over 70. We've talked about the dangers of their caustic fumes irritating sensitive lungs, leading to dizzy spells and potential falls. We've highlighted the risk of severe chemical burns to thinner, aging skin, and the devastating consequences if they splash into your eyes. And we've touched upon the silent threat of accidental mixing, creating toxic gases that can quickly turn a routine cleaning task into a medical emergency. It's not about abandoning cleanliness. Quite the opposite. It's about cleaning smarter, cleaning safer, and prioritizing your health and well-being above a sterile sheen achieved through dangerous means. You absolutely deserve to live in a comfortable, clean home without having to risk your very health to achieve it. Now, for that surprise I promised you. It's not a magic pill or a secret ingredient you've never heard of. The surprise is this: you likely already have the most powerful, safest, and cheapest cleaning arsenal right in your pantry, right now. The true surprise is how incredibly effective simple, natural ingredients like baking soda, white vinegar, lemon juice, and hot water can be at tackling almost every cleaning task in your home. often outperforming the harsh chemical alternatives, and doing so without any of the associated health risks. These natural wonders won't trigger your asthma, burn your skin, or send you spinning with dizziness. They are safe for your respiratory system, gentle on your hands, and harmless if accidentally splashed. This means fewer worries about falls, fewer concerns about skin reactions, and absolute peace of mind knowing your home is clean without compromising your health. The cleaning industry often pushes the narrative that you need a specialized product for every single surface and every single stain. But the truth is, simplicity and nature often hold the most potent and safest solutions. Embracing these natural alternatives isn't just about avoiding danger, it's about reclaiming your home environment, breathing easier, and feeling more confident and secure in your own space. It's a powerful shift towards a healthier, more sustainable way of living that truly supports your longevity and well-being. Think about the freedom of knowing you can clean your home without fear. That, truly, is the surprising liberation that comes from shedding those dangerous chemicals. We'd love to hear from you. What are your go-to safe cleaning tips or natural alternatives that you swear by? Share your wisdom and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could genuinely help someone else in our wonderful community. If you found this video helpful, if it gave you something to think about, or if it simply encouraged you to consider safer options, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more practical advice and empowering insights to help you live your best life at every age. Remember, every small step you take towards a safer home is a monumental step towards a healthier, happier you. You've built a life rich with wisdom and experience. And it's time to use that wisdom to protect and cherish your well-being. Live your best life at every age.